Good Sunday morning, everyone. Meteorologist Brittany Van Voorhees here. This one's going to be a little bit more on the casual side, just because I am actively tracking some rain and a little bit of thunderstorm activity in a few spots across the Carolinas. First things first, I hope everybody is having a great day so far. We have seen a decent amount of cloud cover around this morning, especially compared to what we had yesterday, but we are going to be tracking sunshine mixing in as well. Let's get right to where the showers and storms are right now. Humidity levels are very, very high. That's why the dew point in the muggy meter is frowning across the board. And this has contributed to some of those early morning showers and localized thunderstorms. Now, there is actually a severe thunderstorm warning that is out of our area. This is for areas off to our north and east near Davidson County, not Davidson, North Carolina. This is over toward Lexington, North Carolina, Thomasville. And this is for some really heavy rain, some pockets there of frequent lightning, gusty winds to all a possibility. Carol is saying, Monica, that there's no volume. So I don't know if we want to double check that so we can make sure that we have that. Seth, good morning. Pretty good on a Sunday morning, just a lot of rain to track out there. Live pictures here from WCNC Doppler radar. You can see some of that light rain still in southern Caldwell County, southern Burke County, as well as over toward Hickory, southern Alexander County, just kind of hugging there the southern portion of Alexander, northern Catawba County, right near I-40, and some of that pockets of more moderate rainfall there over toward Love Valley and northern Iredell County. Now, where we actually have the biggest downpour right now is for Mount Ulla over toward Cleveland. This is in western portions of Rowan County right now. We're going to skip ahead to tracking that storm since we had that up a little bit earlier today. So Cleveland County, Mount Ulla, this is going to be heading towards Salisbury. It's moving pretty quickly at a clip at about 30 miles an hour or so, and we'll be clipping likely Salisbury. Let's see time frame here. Unfortunately, because of the way that our computer system works when we do these streams, I have a different computer to my left here versus what you're seeing over there. But we think Salisbury by about 11:42, Spencer 11:44, East Spencer 11:45, and Yadkin closer to about 12 o'clock. So these showers are moving at a pretty quick clip, unlike what we had yesterday where we had that pocket of heavy rain that just sat and sat and sat over Mecklenburg County. A little bit of a different setup today where a lot of our rain and storm activity is going to be frontal driven. What happens oftentimes with showers and storms, and actually we talk about the same thing with hurricanes and tropical systems, they need some kind of atmospheric, what is the word that I'm looking for? Some kind of atmospheric addition, some kind of frontal boundary, or the jet stream, or significant winds, or something along those lines. They need something to pick them up and move them somewhere. And so oftentimes what happens when you have that is that when you don't have, a front driving things and it's just the run-of-the-mill pop-up showers and storms like we see during the summertime, it literally can pop up and just build and build and build over the same area. And that's what resulted in that flash flooding. Right now, Adina is saying very dark clouds here in Uptown. The dark clouds probably, Adina, are probably from the showers and storms that we have that are up to the north. Toward Iredell County and Stanley, because oftentimes we can still see them. Or it could be if you're in Uptown and you're looking toward the north and west, toward where Lincoln County would be. There is one little cell over Lincoln County that is got some heavy rain, but not a lot of lightning strikes, and that's near Lincolnton, Goodsonville, and that is actually going to be moving east there, closer to Pumpkin Center, McPheen, Lowesville, Mariposa here within the next 30 minutes or so. Now, essentially what's happening today is we have a frontal boundary over to our north and west, and then a trough of low pressure over us. So as the trough is moving through, that's kind of developing some of these earlier morning showers and storms, and then we'll likely get a second round of showers and storms this evening and into Monday morning. Now, eventually, once that clears, high pressure will build in. We're actually going to have a pretty nice setup for the latter half of Monday and into Tuesday and Wednesday of the upcoming work week. But today, I do think it's a pretty notable risk of some strong thunderstorms thunderstorms across portions of the area, dense cloud cover at times too. So I do want folks to make sure they're keeping a close eye on the forecast out there if you do have any plans to be outside. I think our best chance in the Charlotte metro will be between about 12:30 and 2:30 to see some of those showers and thunderstorms, and then eventually some drying out periods are expected by the afternoon and evening time frame. Of course, the wood ducks and the cannonballers against the wood ducks and the knights against the Jacksonville jumbo shrimp are both occurring right around 1 o'clock today. So if you do have plans to head out to any of those games, first pitch again around 1 o'clock for both, please just keep the forecast in mind. I don't believe either of the stadiums allow umbrellas, but you could bring a poncho. Have the WCNC weather app handy to kind of make sure you're keeping a close eye on the forecast. Here's Futurecast radar. It's done a pretty good job so far this morning with kind of what has developed, especially with those earlier morning showers and thunderstorms. So again, 12:30 to 2:30, I think will be our best chance for most of the Charlotte metro. And then we will see some of that drying out time closer to about 3 o'clock this afternoon. Again, that doesn't mean we're going to be completely dry then for the rest of the day, as we will see some showers and storms again in the evening hours. But I think that'll be kind of our best chance during the daylight hours, because that second round comes in for most areas after the sun has gone down. You can see closer to 8 o'clock a few more showers and storms popping up for Cleveland County, Lincoln County, Gaston County. But at this point, we're about 30 minutes from the sunset here in the Charlotte area. So best chance will be again early this afternoon. Then we'll track an afternoon and evening chance once again. And I did have to kind of use two different models here, because the best model showing our today rain is not actually extending into tomorrow morning. But I do want to point out that, again, we will see that second round of showers and storms late this evening, overnight likely into Monday morning. I think your Monday morning commute could be a bit wet for a few folks, especially early in the day. But most of that rainfall on Monday will occur in the morning, clearing out expected by the afternoon. And that's when we'll start to see some of that drier air mixing in. Now, I mentioned this in the morning newscast. Dry air is relative. We're talking drier air for this time of year. If you told me that dew points were going to be in the low to mid 60s and it was December or even honestly March, I'd be like, that is humid. However, when the dew points have been in the lower to middle 70s, the 60s will feel like a nice treat. Now today, other than the risk of just some heavy rain, frequent lightning, we do have the chance for some strong to localized severe thunderstorms. This has been shaved down a little bit compared to what we had yesterday, but still most of the area under a low risk, and eastern Anson, eastern Chesterfield, and Richmond counties are under a medium risk of severe storms. However, the big and really only primary impact here is going to be the gusty winds in excess of 60 miles per hour. There are three parameters to have a severe thunderstorm warning. You need winds in excess of 60 miles per hour, hail over an inch, which is about a quarter sized, or a confirmed tornado. We don't have a tornado risk today, and we do not have hail over an inch. So we are left with that wind gust in excess of 60 miles per hour. Now, once that does clear by tomorrow afternoon, you'll notice the humidity going down. Again, I mentioned that it's not going to be comfortable by a normal comparison, but it will be nice for this time of year, and that's actually going to lower the rain chances, and that's why we are not going to have rain chances in the forecast for at least some days of the upcoming work week. So check out your Guide Roofing 7-day forecast. Again, mainly morning rain and storms tomorrow, scattered showers and storms 2 rounds today, one in the early part of the afternoon, the second later on this evening, and then we actually do dry out by Tuesday, Wednesday. Now, that's not to say that Tuesday and Wednesday aren't still going to be hot. It will still be in the low to mid 90s. It's just that it will actually likely feel like the low to mid 90s versus being in the mid 90s and feeling like the triple digits. And speaking of the triple digits, by likely Thursday late and into Friday, Saturday, we will be rebounding back into that more humid category. So we kind of go from feeling a little bit more like we should Tuesday, Wednesday, at least compared to the thermometer. But then as we add in that additional humidity, a late Thursday and into the early half of the weekend, it will likely feel back near 100 degrees, if not even hotter than that. So, enjoy the drier air if you can, while you can, because the humidity is going to come roaring back in full force as we enter the end of this upcoming week and into next weekend. So again, today, a few strong to severe storms possible. There will be 2 distinct rounds, one early afternoon, one overnight. Tomorrow morning, best chance for rain and storms on Monday morning, and then we will see some clearing out in the afternoon. Best days of the week to get outside are going to be Tuesday and Wednesday. I do want to also remind folks that if you get any great pictures and videos of the storms, whether or not you're trying to send it to us because you think it looks cool or it's supposed to be an official storm report to the National Weather Service, you can send those using the Near Me function in the WCNC Charlotte mobile app. You can also send them to myself, Brad, Larry, Chris, KJ on Twitter, Facebook. Our email address is Instagram, any way that you want to try to communicate with our team. We are here for you each and every day, especially when there is that chance for some severe storms. Other than that, stay safe, stay hydrated. Temperatures will still be in the upper 80s to lower 90s today, even with the clouds, and that will likely result in some feels like temperatures at least in the mid 90s, if not in the upper 90s for a few spots. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see y'all back here on Wednesday.